didn't say, do you hear me? I asked, how you doing?
Okay. I'm great.
Yes.
Yeah, my my work was relaxing,
Mm-hmm.
and then mm, yeah, this is more relaxing, and then I be happy. Yeah, I may, uh
And then what?
and then
Mhm.
may made me too happy,
Who
more
made you
happy.
happy? Or what made you happy?
Made me the when I relaxing work made
Mm-hmm.
me happy. Yeah.
Relaxing from work.
From?
Yeah, of course, you need to connect. Relaxing,
Oh,
like from is away, bye bye, no more work.
okay.
Relaxing from
From
work.
from work. Okay.
Relaxing from work.
From work. Relaxing from work.
Yeah, I mean, the complete idea, complete idea. What were you saying? Repeat.
Okay. When I when I had relaxing work.
When I had relaxing work. That's a point. I
No,
don't understand. No, no, no.
no. I have a mistake. No.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. When I had a relaxing work,
A relaxing work or relaxing day?
relaxing day. Yeah. So yeah.
A
Yeah.
relaxing day, no?
Yeah. Yeah. And relaxing day. Then I feel happy.
Uh-huh. Yes. Much better. So today it was a relaxing day for you, no? It was a
Uh,
nice day with no much work probably, no?
yeah, exactly.
Did you finish your activities of the week?
Mm, no, well, I don't know. I think I don't know. No, I don't know.
You don't know why you don't know?
I don't know the if well. Can you repeat the question, please?
Yes, of course. Did you finish all your activities for the week?
No, only today. I only finished today.
Ah, okay, you finished your tasks today.
But
Ah, okay.
I think that tomorrow will be relaxing too because my activity will be easy. Yeah,
Hmm.
I think I will finish early.
Makes sense. Makes total sense. I really hope so. I really hope so. Very good, brother. Okay, sounds really nice. What
Mhm.
about Jessie? In this case, how are you, girl?
Hello, teacher.
Hi, how was your day?
uh, Relax, I think. I thought. No,
You,
relax,
you,
I think.
yeah, you think, no? You think right
Yes,
now.
I think. Uh, for example, today I worked from home office.
Worked.
Worked, yes,
Hmm.
worked from home office.
Okay.
And I didn't have a lot of work.
Oh.
So, yes, and I usually used to go to run for exercise.
Oh, cool. So you
And I
went.
yes, I went and I come back.
Oh, that's very nice. Okay. Yeah, like do you finish your job, you went exercising, and then you came back.
Yes, to take the
Pretty
class.
good, eh? Okay, pretty good. Okay. Well, then let's start the class. Let's do our task, and we are going to continue yesterday's topic. Fortunately, Michael was here yesterday. You know the activity, you know what you were doing, and Jesse, you are going to check what we did yesterday. Okay. You know
Okay.
that in this moment we are reviewing uh, tenses, no? And well, we are reviewing all the necessary stuff that we need for the exam. to prepare for the exam. And one of the things that we are focusing a lot on is first structures, verb structures. In more detail, verb phrases that we saw last time. Do you remember what we saw, or did you see the last classes, Jessie?
Not really, because I review until the exam.
You review until the exam?
Yes.
I don't understand.
I don't know how to say. I didn't connect the Thursday and the Friday and yesterday
And
is
yesterday,
neither.
exactly. Yeah, because
Either.
this.
So I don't remember.
You don't remember? Don't worry, don't worry. Yeah, because Thursday's class and Friday's class was directly connected. No, yesterday class was directly connected to Thursday's class, and Friday there was no class, so it was Thursday's class. That was the important part. What we are studying here is how to identify parts of the sentence, right? That is going to help you divide the language in order to conquer it, right? Isolate portions of information can help us, number one, detect mistakes and correct those mistakes. Number two, identify portions of information while listening. And number three, build sentences a better way. So when we are listening an audio, we insist on understanding word by word. It's word after word after word after word, and it's very complicated to do that because it's too many words. The best way to analyze these expressions is by dividing the massive text into groups. Okay? These groups are called phrases.
Yes.
And this is the part that we saw last Thursday. Last Thursday, we covered verb phrases and noun phrases only. We are going to cover the rest. Okay? But in this moment, we are only practicing with verb phrases and noun phrases. Right?
Okay.
Read these two. Action, Jessie.
A verb phrase is a group of words that together, I am not sure, comprise the verb.
Correct.
A noun phrase is a group of words that together comprise the noun.
Do you understand this?
Not really the verb comprise. I am not sure. Like
Exactly.
short the verb, like short the phrase.
No. Comprise. Okay. You're thinking in compress. No, but it's not compress. It's comprise. Be comprised of. Read this.
To have somebody, something as part of a members.
It didn't say of a.
Of a members.
It doesn't say of.
Or. I say or.
No, you said of
Okay.
members. One more time.
To have somebody, something as part of or members. Yes, I say of.
Exactly. Do you understand comprise now? Probably read examples so you can understand
it. Comprise something. The collection comprise 300 to 327 paintings.
Read carefully one more time. I comprise, you comprise, and the collection?
The collection comprise
I comprise. But he, she, it?
comprises. Yes.
Exactly.
The collection comprises, sorry, 327 paintings.
Right.
Okay. A DVD box set comprising seasons 4 and 5. Okay.
Now you get it?
Yes, I
So a verb phrase is a group of words that together comprise a verb. All the words that include the verb.
okay.
If you see the structure handbook, you will see here. You will see the green areas, including the auxiliary and the verb with s, or the verb to be and the ing, the auxiliary did, or the modals, you know? All the green section of a sentence is the verb phrase. Okay?
Yes.
So, when you are listening to a person speaking English, you need to put these words together. In the sentence, let's imagine if I tell you, I am drinking water. What's the verb?
Drink.
Wrong. I'm drinking.
Yes.
All together. Because of the definition. The verb phrase or the verb is a group of words that together comprise the verb. It's together, the two words. It's not only drink and it's not only am. They go together. Well, that's exactly what we are doing in the listening now. We are taking the video that we saw with vocabulary and we are understanding the different verb phrases that they do. Because if we understand the verb phrases, we will understand the video completely. Yeah. So this is the first step.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
This is where we are going. Now, before we pass to the next section, and before we continue with the video, I want to see something with you about adverbs. Let's take this lesson and let's use, for example, words between or words that make detecting verb phrases difficult. Because in theory, it's an easy task. But then you see some sentences that complicate this task. Check this out. If we say, check these examples. The first example says, she often forgets to take her umbrella to work. If we consider that the verb phrase is after the person, then incorrectly we are going to select often as the verb. Because I understand, okay, what are the three components of a sentence? Can you tell me the three components of a sentence?
Subject. verb and
Verb
and how do you say complement.
and complement, right? If we consider this order and we say that the verb is the next word after the subject, then we are going to take often as a verb, or we are going to take it as part of the verb. That is actually incorrect. The word often is an expression for time, and it's actually an adverb of time.
Yes.
We use the word often directly before the verb or between the auxiliary and the main verb. You know, this doesn't mean that it's part of the verb. So for example, if we say, I am constantly hearing about that. Let's keep it like that. You will see an adverb in between the principal verb. So there is an interruption of the idea. Do you see it?
Yes.
Well, that can be tricky when listening.
Yes.
When we are listening, we are going to try to identify and understand the sentence, but it can be a little bit tricky because there are many words in between, before, etc. So guys, when we are listening, you need to consider adverbs as um, as important information for the verb that you listen. Okay? Why? Because they have a direct correlation. Adverbs have, especially of manner, adverbs of manner have an important impact in the meaning of the sentence. There is a lot of communication in adverbs that are collocated in the sentence. In the next example, you have here stupidly, and then we have left. His computer at home instead of taking it with him to the conference. And the next, I will use here, we have the verb, the modal will. Then we have auxiliary certainly, and then we have the person, the verb by. So one more time, we have the same interruption between the principal verb or between the verb phrase. We have an adverb. Do we get this important information? Or questions?
No, teacher.
All right. What about the rest? What about Michael? What about Isaac? Did you understand these tips?
I think this moment I don't have any question.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome. Let's then go back with these tips, we're gonna go back to the video and continue listening to it. From the previous class, we understood that, number one, she's telling a story about something she noticed, right? Number two, she convinced her coworkers to take pictures because she said, I got my coworkers to join in. Next, she showed Max and Agnes pictures. We have Max and Agnes pictures right here. She says, this is Max pictures, and Agnes took this one. No? And then she says they noticed and was. They saw something in common in the pictures, which the idea said what we all noticed was this font.
This font.
What we all noticed was this font. And then the next information was left missing. Do you have this information, guys? Did you do your homework?
What do you mean with homework?
What do you mean with homework? Well, I mean that yesterday's homework was to, understand the next part. So that's a no, right?
I thought it was optional for the extra point.
Yes. If you want an extra point. No,
I need an extra point.
you need an extra point. So did you do it?
No, sorry.
Come on. Well, then we are going to try to figure the word out, okay? Let's continue with you, Silvana. It's nice to have you here. Let's go.
If you've somehow managed to never see it on a storefront, you've definitely seen it elsewhere.
You, you definitely seen it elsewhere.
The last word. Can you tell me the last word?
Mm. I'm not pretty sure if I listen elsewhere or something like that.
Or something else. Okay, that one was tricky. Outward doesn't exist.
Elsewhere.
So exactly, which means in another different place. Do you know that word?
Elsewhere, yeah.
Aha, exactly. The last word is elsewhere. So precisely, you have the last word and you have the last verb, have seen. What about the first two? One more time, second repetition.
Thank you.
On a storefront was this font. If you've somehow managed to never see it on a storefront,
Never seen it.
Never doesn't match the context of the video. Because in this moment she is introducing, she actually is the opposite, you know? She's saying that the font is in all the pictures. So it's the opposite, or it's in contradictory to say that we never saw.
So the contrary is ever.
Exactly, the word is ever. And if you pay attention to the usual connection of adverbs, the adverb ever is usually used with structure number 6.
Okay. Ever seen.
So what the verb that you're looking for is past participle. Okay.
So
So
thin isn't the verb?
again,
Thin isn't the verb?
in the second one, yes, but there's another one. One
I
that is in
didn't
again.
catch it. Yep.
Don't worry, I can help. Let's go.
This font. If you've somehow managed to never see it on
You have ever seen?
There is a phonetic that you are.
Well, yeah, it's you've ever seen?
Seen the same. You are saying seen, which is number 2. What's the last one? What's the first one? You're ignoring a little phonetic that is before. Let's see what you got. We need your help. Guys, help us. Isaac, do you have it?
Listen to the video.
Oh, is he?
Sorry, I wasn't here.
Oh, great. Perfect. Your turn to try to understand the verb that we're using. Okay, listen again.
a. What we all noticed was this font. If you've somehow managed to never see it on a storefront,
The first one,
Yep.
I think this notice will notice.
Notice.
No?
But notice is in the last idea. Do you remember this idea?
Yes,
Yes,
I think.
Yes. Do you? What did the idea say?
I don't remember the exact words.
Well, that's precisely what you need to do. Because if you remember the verbs, you can identify what they were saying. What did they notice?
The font in the advertisement.
They notice the font in the advertisement, right? That's in the last idea. Now we are not in that idea,
Okay.
right? This is when she says, we notice this font. Your idea is the next one.
Okay.
Hey, listen again.
was this font. If you've somehow managed to never see it on a storefront,
Come on. She mentioned something. If you something, how many? Yeah, and then
And then that's it.
yes, I think if you, and how many? And I think that the verb is in the middle of that word. Those words.
But she never says how many.
No.
I don't know what phonetic you are trying to say, but
Could you repeat?
yeah, sure.
was this font. If you've somehow managed to never see it on a storefront,
Oh, there is a phonetic. That's precisely the verb, man.
Really?
That's the verb. Of course, it's not many, no?
Yes.
And the reason, oh, probably you understand how many, because she said, if you have contraction, if you've somehow, what is somehow?
Somehow. In Spanish?
Nope.
Then I don't know. No.
No, yes, you know. If you know it in Spanish, then you can describe it.
No, actually, I don't know the meaning exactly. I think that's wanna. One of those.
But what were you gonna say? Try to describe in English what you were gonna say in Spanish.
I don't know, it's maybe the way that you can do something.
The way that you can do something, I had somehow. Oof. Okay.
Well, now this I think to translate it literally, but now it's different.
Yeah. Somehow. In a way that is not known or certain. We must stop him from seeing her somehow. Well, she is a toxic woman. She should stop seeing. No, he should stop seeing her in any way possible. We don't know how, but he needs to do that somehow. Do you get it?
Yes.
Well, the reason you understood how is because
Yes.
of that word.
Yes.
Okay, let's go again. The
Okay.
repetition.
Was this font. If you've somehow managed to never see it on a storefront,
No, teacher.
What do you hear?
No, I there is something that I am not understanding. If you what I hear something like sim, but I think it's different.
And that's later.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I
Yes.
think that okay.
Because Silvana had the same comment, but the word sin, yes, it's there, but it's the second verb. We need
Mhm.
the first one.
I couldn't identify.
Okay, let's go then with Jessie. Jessie, you're our only hope. Do you know the verb?
Not really. I listen something like stitcher. How somehow something like stitch. No teacher.
Yeah, impossible. Also because the word that we are looking for doesn't start with S. It starts with M.
With them.
Let's listen again.
was this font. If you've somehow managed to never see it
It sounds a little similar like many, yes.
Exactly. Sounds similar to many. That's why Isaac said many.
But
Sounds very similar. And actually, two syllables, too. Definitely not. Okay. Let's go to this verb.
manage.
Sounds like many, right?
Yes, at the beginning.
At the beginning.
Yeah.
But it is not definition number one. It is definition number two. To succeed in doing something. To succeed in doing something, especially something difficult. What's the
Okay.
meaning of this? Can you manage another piece of cake? Which means, are you able to eat another piece of cake? Aren't you full? If you are not full, I can give you more cake. Do you understand it?
Yes.
So this is the first verb. The question is it in present or is it in past according to context?
I think that it is in past.
It should be, because we're telling a story. So the order, in order to understand what she is saying here, you need to understand who is she talking to. Let's listen again. In this case, go with Jessie. Jessie, tell us who is she talking to. Second repetition.
What we all noticed was this font. If you've somehow managed to never see it on a storefront, you've definitely seen it elsewhere.
No, teacher, can you repeat?
All right.
Storefront noticed was this font. If you've somehow managed to never see it on a storefront, you've definitely seen it elsewhere.
I infer is about the advertising. How do you say advertise? Advertisement. Can you repeat advertise? I don't remember them.
You're correct. Advertisements.
Advertisement.
But my question was different. My question was, who is she talking to?
About who or
No. To who?
to who?
Who is she talking to?
To who is she talks?
Is she talking?
Ah, sorry, talking.
Who is she talking to?
Okay, I said about, right?
Aha. So, who is she talking to?
No, teacher.
Let's listen again.
On a store, what we all noticed was this font. If you've somehow managed to never see it on a storefront, you've definitely seen it elsewhere.
I think it's to us.
Exactly. She's talking to us.
Yes.
That can give to us the
If
idea
you,
that.
say
Exactly.
if you.
If you. No. That automatically gives us, number one, she's not telling the story anymore. She finished with the story. Now she's speaking to us. Right?
Yes.
Then, what tense is she using? Is she using verbs in present? Is she using verbs in past? And why? Why did the speakers use that tense? Do you want to listen again?
Yes.
Final repetition.
See it on a storefront. What I noticed was this font. If you've somehow managed to never see it on a storefront, you've definitely seen it elsewhere. Because
I listen hub, but I think it's the hub to the third option. Hub seen.
Aha, the last one.
But I am not sure if the second she say hub.
Okay. Well, yesterday we had the question that probably she's using have, or probably she's using had, because we are very sure that she said seen in past participle.
Yes.
According to context, do you think she needs have or had?
I think it's have.
Exactly. To decide that, you need to understand the difference, no? But according to context, the best solution is using have.
Because it's everywhere.
The thing here is that have is contracted in the three sections. She said have managed in past participle, have seen, and have seen again. Because she said, if you have managed, if you somehow managed to have never seen it, or you have ever seen it in a storefront, etc. I repeat, if you have managed to have never seen it, or you have seen it in a storefront. Let's listen again.
On a storefront was this font. If you've somehow managed to never see it on a storefront,
Do you get it?
Yes.
What about the rest? What about Isaac and Silvana?
I'm not sure about the second one. I think that is seen, no? And with our have.
Without what?
See, like in simple present.
See, in simple present, this time, when I played it again, I also had that feeling.
Yes.
Let's listen again.
Okay.
was this font. If you've somehow managed to never see it on a storefront,
Definitely.
Yes, no, see.
This is C. Have managed to never see it. That makes sense. And actually, this is not two. This is together.
Oh, yes.
Because it's the connector too. Let's confirm it.
because you've definitely seen it elsewhere. If you've somehow managed to never see it on a storefront,
Yes, I think that it's in this way. There's only one.
There's only one
Well,
connected.
two. Yes.
Well, the first part, no, it's together. Definitely. What complicates this verb?
Everything. I know that. I think that is a contraction.
One.
And also that guy was confusing with another word at the beginning of manage.
At the beginning of manage, which one?
Well, the word manage, I don't remember. I was thinking. Well, I thought that it was many at the because I also
okay. The
because I
vocabulary
also
then.
yes because the word also the other one which one was it? The somehow.
That's the third. Exactly. My point was the third one, but the second one is valid too. So there are three complications here. Number one, she's using contractions, which makes it difficult to understand. Number two, if we are not familiar with the vocabulary, that is going to definitely affect our comprehension. And number three, there are two adverbs between this verb. There is the first one, which is somehow, which is not a verb. And the second one, nobody got it? The second one? Actually, Silvana got it. You understood the second adverb.
Why? Did I?
Did I in past? Yes, you did. I told you that it was contradictory, but it was actually not contradictory. You were right.
Never or ever?
Exactly. Never. The verb actually is have managed to see, but together with the rest of the information is if you've somehow managed to never see the font, which is similar to say if you have missed it, even when it's everywhere.
I think that the difficult part there is that we don't usually talk like that,
In
using
Spanish,
like, yeah, in Spanish. I don't know, rhetoric. I don't know if the word rhetoric, no.
rhetoric exists. Yes.
Yeah, rhetoric sentences. So it could make it a little bit difficult to understand.
Precisely. Precisely, because we are again expecting a very similar structure as we use it in Spanish, but
No.
that's the reason we are we forget to use have and had, for example. When we are speaking, there's a lot of people who that don't use the verb in past participle or the verb managed, for example. By collocations, it's very common to use it with the auxiliary have plus the connector too. These words together.
Yes, I think that maybe I know it. No, I I noticed that in the exam
Yes.
because in the listening part, the part that we have to um, you give us a phrase and we have to complete that phrase with the information that we listen in the audio. My brain, I don't know, was expecting that maybe the keyword were at the beginning because in
Was
my
at the beginning.
brain was at the beginning because I was thinking in Spanish. Well, I was expecting that the phrase were structured,
Was structure.
was structured like in Spanish.
We changed the position of words in our language.
Yeah,
That
and I
makes it
lost that
difficult.
word because the word has already passed and I was waiting for it.
Totally. Totally right. That happens to everyone in this level. That's precisely the exam that tries intentionally to trick you in those specific uh, areas. That's why they have the listening like that, and that's why I insist on positioning of words, because that is definitely going to change the way you listen. Totally. Look at how the easy part here and the way you can say, okay, how can I help this difficulty is understand the correlation of verbs, adverbs, and the position of the word that you need. If you dominate structures, person, verb, complement, person, transitive verb, and secondary verb, and the position of adverbs, the idea shapes very well. So that's the secret of listening. You know what I mean?
Yes, but
Sorry, get closer to your microphone because
I
I
just
cannot hear
heard
you.
Yeah, but I think that to make or to solve this kind of question, you really need to know how to use all the structure, no? Yes, that's
Bingo.
that's a difficult part, yes.
Bingo, that's difficult. That's a difficult part, but you have a manual. A manual that tells you that, And, you know, not even Obama has this manual, this. Actually, I'm going to register this manual because I have 2 or 3 followers that are teachers, and they send me a message and they told me, "Hey, can you pass me your manual, please?" And I'm like, "Oh,
Yes, of course, for
yes,
free.
about that." Aha.
It's
No,
not
they
like
actually
I have to structure that handbook for years.
Dude, exactly. Number one, all the years of experience trying to like concise it in a manual, and number two, how useful it is for other people to have this material.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I'm
bro,
planning to sell it.
easily, eh? You can actually sell it easily, and this is like bread. Also, my soundboard, I have it on YouTube, but in silence because another teacher also told me, "Hey, please pass me the PowerPoint," and I'm like, Just give me 1 month for the copyright, and I sell it to you." You know, because really, really, really is so easy to understand the language that way. So study the structures. I mean, they are there. That's not difficult. It's just understanding English logic. That's the only way. That's like divorce yourself from your Spanish. Bye bye.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I think the only way is watching movies or series or something like that.
Yes, of course. That's why 2 weeks ago we were speaking about podcasts. Remember?
I wasn't in the class.
You were in the class, but Isaac was.
I I already recommended the one that I mentioned during the class to her, but she
She
I don't
never.
have time.
yeah,
I don't have
I have
time.
four dogs, 3 cats.
while you are walking.
Yeah, you can walk your dogs and listen to podcasts. You have 4 dogs. Yeah, I mean, that's a
Once
difficult part.
I remember that once I go to the park with my dog
Uh,
and I I asked to another person if I could give his dog a treat.
uh,
And he told me, yeah, but talk to him in English because he doesn't speak Spanish. And I was
oh,
like, what?
okay.
He told me that all the orders were in English, so
Oh,
he couldn't understand Spanish, and I don't know.
oh, he was a gringo dog.
Yeah.
That's
The
so
dog
adorable.
knows more English than me.
The dog thinks in English. If a dog can do
Yeah.
it, why we cannot, Dude, that's crazy. That's precisely that's the thing. Now we are getting the importance of understanding phrases. I'm so happy to really communicate that point because I have always on all these years I have tried to communicate the importance of doing that, and really, 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 I cannot find a way. But now we can actually see how important it is if we focus on groups of words. You can comprehend the video in a very different way, and all the listenings, everything becomes really, really easy to understand if we start doing this. So Isaac told us the key: dominate the structures. If you know why an American person uses a structure, you know exactly what they are saying. That's the way. Easy as that.
Yes. Well, not as easy, but
Well,
Yeah.
well, it requires practice. That's the difficult
Yeah.
part. It requires practice. So that's your challenge, guys. You have 2 months to completely, fully understand the why they say it, not the what, not the grammar name. Forget about grammar. It's the why. Why the speaker use those structures. That's the key. I can help you in this case if you can say, she tried to say, or no. In other words, in other words, she said, if you have missed it, even when it's everywhere. That's why she used other words. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's do one more. Okay? Oh, Jesus. Yes, you're next.
Because
Here. All right, Jesse. Attention, eh?
Teacher, but we stay in the last.
We stay in the last. Is that a question or an affirmation?
Yes. Can you repeat the instruction?
Oh, yeah, sure. But no. Rebuild your question again. We
Uh,
still in the nest. You missed a verb.
yes. If we are.
Are. Now
Yeah.
make a question. We are is an affirmation. Switch it for question.
Are we in the last exercise?
Excellent. We are not. We are in the next one.
Okay.
Okay. Yes.
How we were in the word she said if you yes okay, but now
In the next. The
what
next sentence.
what is the next?
I'm going to play it, and you tell me the verb.
Okay.
Okay. Let's
Thank
go.
you.
because it's everywhere.
Action. Are you there, Jesse?
Yes, teacher.
What did she say?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, teacher. I know didn't I didn't
Okay. Second play,
really-
don't worry.
You've definitely seen it elsewhere because it's everywhere.
I think is you definitely, but I think it's in negative.
Okay. And definitely is an adverb, but we don't have the verb. The verb is the thing we are trying to find. Let's listen again.
Definitely seen it elsewhere.
Oh, the definitely seen there is in the previous one.
Yes.
No. We're doing the next one.
Okay.
Okay.
Because it's everywhere.
The last because it's everywhere.
What's everywhere?
She didn't say, but the advertisement.
She
No.
said.
Yes.
She
No,
said
I
because
didn't.
it's impossible to start a sentence with a verb. What
Okay.
are the three components of a sentence?
Subject, verb, and complement.
What's the subject you use when you refer to a thing?
The verb?
No, again.
No, can you repeat the question?
What's the subject we use when we refer to when you refer to a thing?
It.
Exactly. And what is the contraction for it is?
It's.
That's what you heard.
Okay.
You know? So what's the sentence that she said?
The last is it's because I don't remember.
You don't
It's
remember.
because
Let's listen again.
you and
She never
everyone.
said you. She never said you. One more time.
No.
Attention.
Because it's everywhere.
Because it's everywhere.
Because it's everywhere. And in that sentence, what's the verb phrase?
Is
Only is. Simple.
yes.
She is using the verb is because she's describing location. Where is the font? The font is everywhere. This is structure number 1. Descriptions and locations. You see what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Well, that is the purpose of phrases. What do you think? Useful or useless?
I think is useful
I agree.
because if yes, if you get or if you understand the verbs and maybe not the the total complement, you can infer.
Yeah, exactly. You can infer the
Okay, with the context, you can infer.
exactly. You can infer with the context, you can infer what they are saying because you are understanding the group of words of verbs. And verbs have a lot of meaning. I think it's the heaviest word in the sentence. So if you start with the verbs, you can do whatever you want. You see?
Yes.
That's our mission, guys. Tomorrow, we are going to learn how to detect and how useful it is to detect noun phrases.
Okay.
Okay? In this moment, we finished. Good class, guys.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank
You too,
you.
guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
See
All
you
right?
tomorrow.
See you.
Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Bye.
Ay, bye. Me estoy resguñando.